Alright guys, so we're gonna open up a new terminal and let's use pnpm to create our Next.js app. So it's for pnpm dlx create next app at latest followed by the name of our app. So we're gonna name it auth demo. And then let's hit yes for all of these following questions. It's gonna take a while to install all these dependencies, so I've skipped this part. Then we're gonna cd into this directory. Then we're gonna open the folder with VS Code. Let's just run pnpm dev real quick. Alright, so it's working. And now we're going to add authentication to our application. We're gonna follow the documentation for the best practices. I'm using pnpm, so I'm gonna follow the command for pnpm. And I'm gonna open a new terminal or split the existing one and hit enter. Let's see what's next. We are gonna create a auth.ts file right over here. Let's create the file called auth.ts and paste everything inside. Then we're going to create a new file inside app directory. We're going to create a new file and paste in the name, and then copy the content and paste it over here and save. Alright, we're gonna have to update our auth.ts file and then hit save. Then I'm gonna create a new file called auth.config.ts. I'm gonna create a file in root directory and name it auth.config.ts and then paste everything inside and hit save. We're seeing red squiggly lines, so we're gonna have to fix that. Let's go over to adapters and we're gonna use Prisma adapter. Alright, we're gonna add Prisma client and Prisma adapter, and then we're gonna install Prisma as a dev dependency. Right, after this is done, we're gonna install Prisma as a dev dependency. We're gonna have to copy all this code. Now we're gonna create a new file inside lib directory, lib/prisma.ts, and paste everything inside and then hit save. And don't worry about this red squiggly line just now. We're gonna fix that. Alright, let's set up Prisma. So I'm using pnpm, so I'm gonna type pnpm prisma in it. It's gonna take a while. Once you're done, then you're gonna see a new Prisma schema file inside. So I'm gonna go over here and copy this PostgreSQL code and paste it over here and then hit save. And now we're gonna do pnpm prisma generate, and as you can see, there's no more squiggly lines over here. But we're not done yet. You should be able to see a .env file with database URL inside. Alright, let's connect our Postgres database real quick. I recommend you go over to this website called ZIO, and then we're gonna sign in, and I'm gonna create a new database called testdb. We're gonna go over to this database and copy this PostgreSQL endpoint. Let's paste it over here, but we're still missing our API key. So let's get that. Now go over to this website and then account settings and create a new key. I'm gonna just delete all this. It's not necessary, but let's add a key and then hit save, and we're gonna copy this API key and paste it over here. Alright, now this command is very important. We're gonna type pnpm prisma db push and hit enter, and then finally you should be able to see our database has added all these tables, and we don't need all this extra text. And we need to go over to auth.config.ts and expand all this. We'll be getting all this view from this .env file. Let's log in with our Google account, and then let's go over to settings. Then developer settings, and we're gonna go over to OAuth apps. And let's give it a name, it doesn't really matter. And for the homepage URL, I'm gonna type http://localhost:3000. And then for the authorization callback URL, I'm gonna type http://localhost:3000/API/auth/callback/GitHub. Then register this application. Should get our client ID, and we're gonna generate a client secret. Then I'm gonna hit pnpm dlx auth secret. Let's copy this over to our main.env file, and I'm gonna add uppercase next in front of it, and we're gonna add NextAuth URL. Right, finally let's modify our page.ts6. We don't need all this, so I'm gonna delete it. Now we're gonna import auth. We have to make sure this is an async function. Now we're going to fetch the user auth session. We have to wrap this within curly brackets. Now we have added a ternary operator if the session exists. If the user is logged in, then show the username and the sign out button. And if the user is not logged in, then we're gonna show the sign in button. Let's hit refresh. Now we should be able to log in with GitHub provider. Alright, now we're clearly logged in. Now we're gonna run npm Prisma Studio. Now let's see if our user data has stored in our database. And let's go over to set.io and let's make sure if the user data is stored here. Alright guys, that's it for the part 1.